Slade and Come On Feel the Noise, taken from their new album as yet unreleased called Slade Alive Volume 2. Well, I suppose a lot of you must be wondering whatever happened to Slade. At one moment the biggest box office draws, and apparently lost at the next moment. Well, this week I caught up with the boys from Wolverhampton when they brought the house down with a typical Slade concert at Watford. 4 encores and a lot of noise from both the band and the audience made it seem like they'd never been away. And so after the performance I popped back to their dressing room and asked Noddy where they'd been in the last couple of years.
Well, we've been working. We've been out of the country for a couple of years, you know, but we've been working solid, touring all over the world, mainly in the States. We felt we were getting a bit stale and losing a bit of our spontaneity and freshness in Europe, you know, so we decided to go and cover some new ground and get the old umpire back again.
Jimmy, you spent a lot of time in the States. Was it a good idea to go there in the end, or was it a bad idea?
Well, I suppose if you look at it financially, it was like a bad idea, you know, like because we've never had a sort of top 20 hit record over there. We've had chart records, but not an actual sort of, well, top 40 over there. It's top 40 over here now, isn't it? Yeah. But like, you know, no hit as such. But it did us a lot of good, you know, mentally especially. You know, like Nod was just saying, you know, like we just needed the grit back, the guts. We'd lost it all. We were sort of, it was all like a gloss over here, you know. We couldn't get out of the image we were stuck in. It was Slade, you know, the Slade people had seen on TV. It was the only place where we'd never had the exposure like we've had in England and in Europe.
Yeah. But I mean, don't people want the Slade that they've seen on TV and all that? I mean, well, isn't that good? I mean, you play all the old numbers now. I mean, they're great. I mean,
Yes.
You're not ashamed of them,
Oh, no, we're not ashamed of it. You know, we don't sort of regret anything, you know. I'm not saying that. We just wanted to just go out and work again, just graft.
We wanted to find new ideas.
Yeah.
New ideas was the main thing about it, you know. It was we felt as a band that we were staying on one level. We weren't getting any better, we weren't getting any worse, but we weren't going forward any, taking that step forward that you need to take to stop yourself boredom within the band and to stop the audience getting bored with you. We wanted to get out of it before the audience got bored with us as well. And I mean, you saw the reaction tonight. They haven't got bored with us because we made the change at the right time, you know.
Before we went away, it was all too safe and too calculated. You know, we were a band that sort of worked our way up from nothing, you know, and clawed every step of the way, you know, and the press slagged us, and we had our hair cut off, and they slagged us, and we still clawed. And then all of a sudden it was all like safe and, you know, like we just left it all behind, you know.
Flame, was that, do you think, a successful venture for you? Were you pleased with it in the end? Are you glad you did it?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we certainly are pleased because, well, it was for us very unusual. It was really well received by the film critics, which in film circles is really something.
Yeah, absolutely.
And considering you got sort of 4 guys acting who've never acted in their lives, the chances, the director said to us, the chances of you 4 being able to act, I mean, like it must be 1,000,000 to 1. Just getting 4 random people to act is like no way, you know.
Then you've got a new single coming out. Tell us a bit about this, Sir Noddy.
What, the new single?
Yes.
Well, it's called Rock and Roll Bolero, and it's the first single we went in and produced ourselves. You know, because we had a chat with Chaz, who has always produced our records for the last like 9 years, and we felt we were getting a bit of a stalemate. And you know, Chaz said to us, you know, we talked to Alvin, Chaz said to us, it's about time you started producing yourselves or getting into the production side of it, you know. So what we wanted to do was to make a record, the next single, was for sort of people to say, give them a shock, you know, and say, that don't sound like Slade. And I think that's what we've achieved with Rock and Roll Bolero. I think people are going to say, that don't sound like Slade, but it's a commercial sound and it's very different for us. We've used lots of violins on it and things like that, and it's just not us.
Single. What about a new album? When's that going to be likely to happen?
Studio album. Well, Chaz, our manager, has just bought a studio in London, which we'll be using in the future, but it's going to be all changed round in November, is it November? And after that, we'll be going in to start work on a studio album, which we're really looking forward to.
We've got lots of new songs. We've got songs that we want to do and get our ideas across, you know.
Is it, I mean, would it be anything like a concept album, anything like that? I can't see Slade doing that.
No, not a concept album, just lots of songs that we like, that we're just going to try experiment with and try new things on.
Yeah.
You know, which is another step on the ladder for us. You know, we want to take that another step on the ladder and just experiment and see how things work out. And if the public like them, fair enough, you know. But at least we're enjoying what we're doing. We've been together 12 years as a band now, right? And we started out enjoying ourselves, and we still are. Yeah. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Dave, tell me, watching you on stage tonight, you've been together, as Nolly said, 12 years now, and you seem to still get the same kick out of each other playing on stage together. Is that true? I mean, you still really enjoy playing with each other?
Oh, yeah, great, yeah. Yeah, well, that's what it's all about. I don't really think about it. We just go on stage and perform the way we've always performed. I don't really think about we're really getting a kick out of it. You know, first rehearsal, you know, it clicked just like that.
It's the magic.
Just something worked between the four of us, and it's worked ever since.
Has it never ever come to anything like splitting up? Have you ever come, you know, close to it or anything?
Oh, we've all had downers, but it tends to be one having a down and the other three pulling them out of it, you know. That's a good thing about 4 people in a band, you know. You're not solo artists, which is hard. You've got someone else to bring out your downers, you know. Like Tax.